Splatoon fans have really been asking for one thing for so long. It's all I've been seeing under prediction videos and things that they want to see come to the next game. And there's one thing that has just been on their minds, and of course, Nintendo goes out and teases us about it. But what is it that I'm talking about? Well, for a while, fans of Splatoon 3 have wanted nothing more but to have their own apartment. To have their own home that they can decorate, add things to, and put whatever they want inside that home. And for a while, we've been really wanting this. It would add an amazing amount of customization and kind of, our own personality to the game as well. Outside of our own character, we get to design our own apartment. That'd be really cool, and just every type of win you get, every earning that you earn, you could add into the apartment as well instead of just your weapons and gear. You could put in your own couches or your own furniture, whatever you want, and just make it your own style. Maybe even invite friends over to come inside and stuff. There's so much that could go into this, but I guess the question is, where did this even start in the first place? Well, believe it or not, this goes all the way back to the very first Splatoon game. When you boot up the game, it shows the intro as an apartment for the Inkling. You can see their phone on the bed with their earbuds, you can see their desk with their little squid chair, their laptop, all types of books, articles, shoes, everything on the shelves, their weapons hanging on the wall, posters, stickers. It was literally an Inkling's apartment, and a lot of people thought this was a really cool picture, and this picture could have actually been a concept as to what they planned on doing for the Inklings in-game at one time. Of course, we know we've never seen this come into light. We've never seen this exact picture or this exact room or anything with this room come into a future installment, so it seems like it was either just concept art or something made simply just to be a cool design for an intro when you boot up the game. If you fast forward a couple years when a DLC stage was added, we got Flounder Heights. Now, Flounder Heights was literally a stage based on apartment units. The entire stage was in a giant apartment unit, and you can even see in the backgrounds, there was tons of different apartments as well. Nintendo was really pushing for this apartment feel, and it was kind of interesting as to why they chose this for a stage. Obviously, they heard this is around the time people started asking for apartments and what it would be like if we actually had our own apartments, so this almost felt like a tease or maybe a hint that Nintendo was thinking up something or working on something in the future. By the time Splatoon 2 rolled around, people were really asking for apartments, but there was no hints, no leaks, nothing looking forward to an apartment coming to the game. There was nothing, not even a small little tidbit of something that Nintendo could have hidden to the game, or even just an apartment thrown into the background. We really got nothing compared to the first game, and it seems like Nintendo just abandoned this idea, leaving fans to speculate what it would look like. And then we get the trailer for Splatoon 3, and literally the entire beginning of the trailer seems to showcase apartments in the background. They even zoom in on it a couple of times and keep going back to the same apartment unit that the Inkling is looking at, which is very interesting. We never really had apartment units in our general square where we start the game. Nintendo often hides things within their trailers and they don't reveal what they are until later on in the second bigger trailer, and this might be the case that we're looking at right here. There's a lot that we don't know about this game. They could definitely be hiding something this big, but it's just weird to me that they show this apartment unit so many times. There's another picture that we received that got a lot of people wondering. There seems to be some type of stair path or some type of tunnel that leads up into the apartments from down below, and it actually wraps all the way back around, almost seeming like it's going to come right in front of the Inkling. Obviously, I don't think the Inkling is going to walk all the way up this thing. That would take forever to get to your apartment, but maybe it's just if you walk through the entrance, it takes you to your apartment, and this is kind of the aesthetic way is how it would work. This is what the Inkling would actually have to do. But I will say, it definitely is a weird design choice for no reason. I feel like that almost is a very important tunnel or walkway for something, and it does look like it's leading up to the apartments in the background. We're just going to have to wait and find out. We then have information from Nintendo themselves. The Splatoon North America Twitter account tweeted, "Squid Research Lab here, rolling out a report on rollers. These versatile weapons can lay down a wide path of ink on the ground, or fling it forward for a more traditional attack. Warning, do not paint your apartment with one. A friend lost their security deposit that way." Now, yes, I know, this could just be a little gag from Nintendo to tell a joke or to get people excited for no reason. Nintendo does this often, or just kind of something to just throw a bone at the fans, or maybe it's something more. This very well could hint at something a lot deeper, like an extra mode coming to the game. After all, a lot of people have been wondering what's the big change with Splatoon 3. Are we going to get a big brand new mode? What's the big reason to get Splatoon 3 if you already had Splatoon 2? You could say the brand new story mode, and I get that, but there still has to be something else. We have Salmon Run once again with the next wave, an additional Salmon Run that looks pretty much the same as the first one, so there's got to be something else. There's got to be something else that kind of drives what this game is about, and it could B, apartments. I was originally thinking of an extra mode or thing to add into Splatoon 3. I was originally thinking just a bigger version of what we already have. Maybe big team battles like 10v10 or something on giant battlefields, or maybe even a battle royale mode. But I think we could actually go a different direction with this. What if they chose, believe it or not, the Animal Crossing route and had you kind of customize and design your own apartment with the funds that you win from playing battles? You can maybe organize your apartment any way you want, place furniture, buy furniture, build your own furniture, maybe even invite friends over to see your own apartment, which would be pretty cool, and it would definitely take a cool page out of Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing New Horizons sold so incredibly well. This would be a good way to even get people outside of the Splatoon community to really try the game if they haven't tried it out yet for the first time. That'd be really cool, having a cool customizational option to a shooter. I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you think we could be getting apartments in Splatoon 3 or something equivalent to that? Let me know in the comments down below, and if we do get apartments, let me know what you want to be able to do with them. What cool things should they add, and what type of mechanics should be thrown in with it? Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's video, stop what you're doing. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Splatoon and all things Nintendo in general. And like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.